everyone, it's Transferware China Pottery once again. Another haul here ready for you. And as I stated in the video that was uploaded this morning, um, I am trying to diversify our eBay store. So eBay Transferware China Pottery if you're interested in any of these items. And I've been adding jewelry, custom jewelry. Today I have semi-precious jewelry, some amethyst, some stones, and also introducing glass, and also introducing some replacement pieces that are not either antique or vintage. So we are diversifying, and I hope you enjoy this haul today. So I'm going to share with you these beautiful pieces that I have here. Let's start with the glass. So a lot of these were thrifted at Goodwill or Savers, and I don't think any of these. Oh yeah, this piece here was a consignment shop, and this was an antique mall as well. But the rest was all thrifted. I am not huge on thrift stores, the major chains, but I do occasionally pop in, and sometimes I do find wonderful items that I can make a few dollars on it. So you never say never. If I got the time, I'm going in. Although I do prefer to go into curated stores and antique malls and more of the local thrift store. They tend to have higher quality. You pay a little bit more, but then you offer higher quality items to your clients. So first I want to start with this beautiful console bowl from the Art Deco era. It's absolutely stunning in clear. Now, I don't research these items. I bought this at Goodwill for $4.99. I don't research these items before I do the hauls. I do research them before I list them on eBay to try to be as accurate as possible for people. Now, what I've been having fun with is flashing my fancy treat here. I'm not a technology person. As you can see, my videos are very humble and simple, and I'm not huge on editing or anything like that. So yeah, we're keeping it very simple over here. Also, I don't have a lot of time, so I try to just have fun and show these things. I really enjoy doing this. So it's a 365 NM that I use. It's not the 395 that's supposed to be for uranium. I need to get that. It's just I keep saying this in every video I do, and I never get it. I don't know. I forget. I got a million things going on. So let's see if it glows. Now this specific piece does not glow, so there's really no manganese in it. But it's absolutely stunning, and I believe it's Art Deco or Depression glass. Very, very nice piece. Or it could be as early as pattern glass for sure, because it's got a beautiful pattern on here. Yep. So moving forward with the glass, I ended up finding this beautiful Fostoria glass pitcher. I don't know how much these go for online. A lot of it was produced for many, many decades, and there's a lot of it out there. But I absolutely love it, and I paid $5.99 for it, probably a little bit more than what I should have paid for it, but I don't mind it. It's a beautiful piece of glass, and you can tell that it's Fostoria because of the way the handle is. And these usually do have a glow. See? Okay, so there's a faint glow on this one here. As you can see, it's very, very nice. Very, very heavy. Very good quality. Very good quality piece of glass. Then ended up getting a set of these. I didn't realize that there was a little nip on the side here of this one, which is too bad. These are absolutely stunning, etched, probably from the 1930s or 40s. really well made and edged. The etching of the wheat pattern is absolutely beautiful. I've been seeing a lot of the wheat pattern out lately. I've had the previous video, some cups and saucers, some iced tea cups as well. Those are already listed on our eBay store. And this one, it's very, very little glow. You see this bluish glow. It's lead content in the piece itself. Then ended up also finding about 12 of these. I just love these with a gold trim. There's a little bit of wear on the gold, but they're absolutely stunning. Very, very delicate champagne glasses. So how lovely is that? And also the glow is not there. Very, very nice. Might as well go all with a barware. Then I also found a set of 8 of Indiana glass. Eggnog glasses now for Christmas. The holiday is pretty much 2 months away. So I know people are looking for things to decorate their table. And the last piece of barware was this beautiful, heavy, heavy etched. It's definitely crystal. Not sure if this is Princess House. I don't think it is. Princess House was simple here. This is a much earlier piece. Champagne glass, and also not a lot of a glow at all. So we do offer a lot of replacement pieces on our eBay store, not just antiques, in case you're looking for some replacements. Excuse me. It's time for some coffee. I drink a lot of coffee, but it's decaffeinated. It's definitely decaffeinated. I cannot do caffeine. I have too much energy. Another piece of glass that I am in love with is this beautiful opalescent amber vase with the original stamp, and you can see that it's a Fenton piece. I love the pattern on there. Isn't that beautiful? Probably like an Art Deco inspired type of pattern. Just like the handles on the console bowl that I showed you. Now those console bowls, I forget always to say, they usually come with candle holders, set of 2. So then this beautiful Jeanette glass, I love these. Every time I find these, I buy them. I don't care if they go for $5 on eBay. I absolutely love these beauties. Look how stunning that is. And it's so amazing because I do entertain a lot, and I have a lot of handbag parties and things like that. And I always have guests over here at the office, or if I'm doing a showing somewhere in a boutique or in New York, etc., etc., etc. I love to entertain in these. They're heavy, but they're fabulous. And the way these work is like this. You grab the top, and then you just insert the base like that on it. Isn't that just stunning? How gorgeous is this? Absolutely beautiful. So this is how these were supposed to be displayed. I think that these glow as well. They were produced by Jeanette Glass, American. Oh yeah, look at the glow on this piece. Isn't that lovely? Sorry, I'm just glowing everything. I just like things to glow. Okay, and then moving from there, I also have this stunning opalescent plate. It does have some wear on it. It doesn't bother me at all. I bought this for myself. I'm not reselling it. It's got the hobnail. This is not Fenton. I have to look. I believe this was Ellie Smith that made this. And it's a base for a punch bowl. But I tell you for what I use it to entertain. It's absolutely stunning. What a beautiful conversation piece to put some hors d'oeuvres, to put some cupcakes, to put some sandwiches for a large group of people. I also love to do my cheese and crackers in this. It's absolutely beautiful. I fell in love with the opalescence, even if it's clear. I know a lot of people for a long time were still, oh, clear glass, it's everywhere, blah, blah, blah. If it's vintage, antique, American, European glass, absolutely, it's gorgeous. Recycle it, upcycle it. It's going to be worth a lot more someday. And if it's not, it's so enjoyable and it's sustainable. Think about just being sustainable in the days of today is very, very important with everything, with jewelry, with clothing, with glass. All of these items take so much to produce. The pollution that comes from producing all of these pieces, why make new when you have such nice, high quality? The amount of glass in this is insane. They would never make something like this today unless you were paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Let's see if it glows. Oh, yes, it does. So I hadn't tried this one yet. I wanted to try it with you. So we got that as well. And then for glass, I think this is it for today. Then we're going to move on to showing you these cute little miniature copper kettle pots. Look how nice that is. And the metals are really in at the moment. I do sell quite a bit of it on our eBay store. Our eBay store is Transferware China Pottery. So if you're interested in any of the items, or if you have any questions, just send me a message. I try to respond within the hour, okay? And then this tiny little kettle as well needs a good cleaning, but I just thought that that was adorable, and I love the miniature size. Love the miniature size. I also ended up finding these beautiful shrubs. Look how beautiful they are. And these are older ones. They're made out of plaster. You would hang them on the wall. These are definitely vintage. They're not antique, but they're absolutely stunning. So there's these and a set of 4. And they're large. Saw these at an antique mall and I fell in love with them. I just have to have them. These are not going to be for sale. One of the wings on one of the angels is broken, but I didn't care because the way I designed it, I'm going to put it close to this section here so it displays nice and you cannot see that the wing is missing. So a lot of times things have a few damages. I mean, with age, everything happens, things happen, and I don't like those things to deter me from purchasing these items. If I love it, I buy it. Okay, so that's that. And then what else can I show you? Let's go on to the porcelain. Very, very interesting. Ended up finding a set of 8 of these beautiful antique aesthetic polychromed brown transferware plates. There it is. I didn't look at the pattern. Let's see. So this pattern number is 145492. Sometimes, most of the times these items are, it's written, they stencil it in, and this one is printed, and it's called Sterling by K&C, K and Company, and they would transfer the brown on a copper plate from a sheet, from a copper plate to a sheet, and the sheet onto the plate, and they would go in and hand paint all of the florals. Beautiful set of, I believe 8, 1, 2, 4, oh, yeah, 8 of them, dinner plates. So the dinner plates are difficult to find. A lot of times you find the smaller ones. Dinner plates are difficult to find in antique plates. I also ended up picking this up at, I think this was Savers. And this is Gracie Teaware porcelain teapot. And you can find a lot of Gracie being sold at TJ Maxx and Home Goods, but a lot of these, because they're discontinued pieces, a lot of these pieces, they run out very quickly. And believe it or not, a lot of these pieces can bring a little bit of money. Like this teapot can bring you about $40 because this is the shabby chic pattern and it's been discontinued. These probably sold probably about 5 to 6 pre-COVID. These were being sold. So now you can see them a lot in thrift stores. People discard of things very easily today. So that's going to be available on eBay. Then we're going to go on to, guess what? Guess what? Yes, the Transferware. I know I have a problem. And I have two types of Transferware here, a newer one, which is a reproduction, and I have the antique stuff to show you the difference. So first, let me show you these two beautiful blue and white antique mid-1800 platters. And first of all, these are stained and crazed, which I have a huge clientele for these. I cannot see what the pattern is on this. It's a beautifully well made. Just a little bit of chipping right there in the center, but that doesn't differ. The size is unusual, so people are going to buy these. Very, very nice. This is a nice and crazed one. Can you remove these? Absolutely, you can remove these. Would I remove it? No, I would not remove it because the process can compromise the porcelain itself. And it's got such character to it. I absolutely love them. Now, when I decorate my walls in my house and the offices here, I don't mix and match the crazed and stained with the more pristine pieces. I have certain sections that there's a lot of crazed and stained. Mostly all concentrated. Like to mix this with country and farm, shabby chic as well. But I also have sections where things are more regal and there are no chips and but I do not mix them together. I don't like them mixed together. I like them in groupings. That's how I usually do it. It's a nice piece. And look at the stamp on that. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, so, nope, we're not going to go in the landfill. We're going to be used and we're going to entertain. And every time a piece like this gets sold, something new doesn't get sold. Does that make sense? So we should be trying to, in my opinion, you might have a different opinion and I completely respect that. We should be reusing. There's so much waste. It's frightening for the new generations coming. And then I'm going to be able to show you a reproduction Transferware piece. Now, these do extremely well for me. And this is Royal Stafford. These were being sold also at Home Goods and TJ Maxx. I've sold a set of 8 for $120. Found this piece at Goodwill, and you can see the price there. It's just a lonely piece, but it's definitely worth picking it up so it doesn't go in the landfill. People are looking for replacements. Accidents happen, or someone ended up buying a set of 7 or a set of 5, and here we go. So there's your replacement right there. Definitely worth picking these up. What sells the best in terms of color of Transferware? For me, green and blue sells the best. Purple and red, the least. Brown, halfway. So the blue, green, brown, and then probably the red, and then the purple, and then so on, and so on. Because there's some blues that are teals, and some greens that are lime greens, and some blues that are aquas, and also the lavender. So those are more rare, but also when I have the lavender, it tends to go quite quick, but unfortunately it doesn't show up as often. Then the black also sells really well. So I forgot about the black. So I would put the black right after the green and then followed with a brown. So blue, green, black, brown, or brown, black, because they're both at the same level in terms of my store, in terms of my experience. I don't speak for anyone else, okay? Then I have this beautiful piece of bone china here by Queens. It's a shinst dinner plate. It's got all the florals on it. Isn't that absolutely stunning? And then what did I pay for it? $3.99. $3.99 on here. And there's the marking on the back. And there's no chips, cracks, or repairs on these. These are not hand painted. They're transferred with the Transferware technique. And it's a perfect replacement. There's someone out there that needs a dinner plate like this to finish their collection or to add to their collection. And I'm glad to have it, okay? To be able to share with you. That's also newer. Then another piece, look how stunning this flow blue piece is. Blue willow, right? We know blue willow. So blue willow has been produced since the 1700s. The pattern was started in 1700s, and the pattern has been sold over and over and over, and it's still in production. And why is it in production? It's because we absolutely love this. We can never have enough blue and white and blue willow. It is a reproduction. It's not an antique, and I'm going to show you the back. You see how shiny that is? It's a very well-made plotter. And see how the high gloss in that? So antique pieces would have a glossy finish, but not as glossy as this. Now, antique pieces, you should not be serving in them because the blue can seep through and it's poisonous. This piece, it's reusable. So in my kitchen, I have a lot of pieces like this where I serve my guests in, and then the walls and hutches and cabinets and Victorian cabinets have blue and white displayed in it that I'm not going to be serving something hot on here. Now, if you're serving on your antique pieces something cold and you're putting like a piece of vegetable paper right over it, go right ahead. Heated items should not go on antique pieces. You should be using reproductions like these to serve hot foods. Another thing too, microwaves. Do not put these items in microwaves. These items are not to be microwaved or washed in dishwashers, okay? You will absolutely ruin them. And in the microwave, you don't know what the radiation is doing to the chemicals in the glaze and the blue color in itself, okay? Let's see what else. So I just showed you two newer pieces, two older pieces, and now I'm going to show you some older pieces. And look at this beautiful blue Transferware coffee pot, polychromed. And there's a little bit of staining on it on the bottom. Doesn't bother me at all. It's an absolutely beautiful showpiece. No chips, cracks, or repairs, just some staining. And it's blue transferred and then hand painted over, calling it polychrome, okay? It's about 1850s, this piece. And believe it or not, it's not in my collection. I do collect coffee pots, but this one is listed in case you're interested. Then another piece just like that one is this stunning coffee pot. Don't ask me why these are not in my collection. Don't make me change my mind. Because it's out of control here. It's a problem. It's a problem. I'm an organized maximalist. Let's put it this way. So I don't call myself a hoarder. Okay. So here we go. And the moss rose pattern right on the bottom. Magnificent example because this piece has absolutely no issues with it, except its typical roughness. These were mass produced, but there's not too many of them around anymore. A lot of them have gotten broken, chipped, and thrown away. When Art Deco came along, the 1930s and 40s, these things went out of style, and a lot of times they got thrown in the garbage. And yeah, it's very unfortunate, but that's a fact because it was such a change from the Victorian to the Edwardian and then to the Art Nouveau era that these things, the people completely lost interest. Well, I'm glad these pieces are here for us to over 100 years over be able to enjoy them and to be here talking about them and pass it along to the new generations once we're not here anymore. Isn't that wonderful? So they can enjoy it themselves. Then we have this beautiful, so far, we've talked about all of these transferware pieces being English, right? Including this transferware platter, the newer bluer willow, that was still England, okay, not China, okay? And then we're going to talk about transferware blue willow made by Buffalo Pottery, okay? And there's a stamp on the bottom that says 1909, and this was made in Buffalo, New York, here in the U.S. And there we go. Isn't that absolutely stunning? How gorgeous is that? I absolutely love this. Love this. There's nothing wrong with it besides some crazing and light staining. What a nice piece of American pottery. I love finding American things made in America. I absolutely love it. I have a lot of it listed. Even the transferware and the semi-vitreous porcelain and the semi-porcelain. When I see like pieces of American pieces, I absolutely love it because none of it is produced in the US anymore. And it's a shame. I hope that they start again producing beautiful things in the US. And yeah, and enjoy, I mean, I enjoy from every country. I am Portuguese, I'm from Portugal. And talking about Portugal, because a lot of people be messaging me on Instagram, oh, you have an accent, where are your accent from? I'm Portuguese. I was born in Portugal, and I am the daughter of American parents. And but I was born in Portugal and raised in Portugal until I was 16 years old. And then I decided to move here to this country, and I'm glad I did. I absolutely love it here. And then, yeah, so I just need to not drift. I'm all over the place. My ADHD is all over the place. So with that, I wanted to let you know that I'm going to start making some videos in Portuguese. Okay, so I will make this video in English for you, and then I'll go ahead and do it in Portuguese as well for back home. A lot of people have been asking me, hey, you know, can you do it in Portuguese, please? Although you can do the subtitles in Portuguese, it's not the same. So I will be doing videos in Portuguese from now on as well, and I'm going to title it in Portuguese. That way you know, but you'll have the same, most exact thing as close as I can in English. All right, so here we go. So our next beautiful piece of blue transferware, look at this gorgeous handless cup and saucer. Isn't that a beauty? That historical blue is stunning. There's a little crack and stain on the bottom, but that doesn't differ much. It's a nice large piece, and it's got the pheasant on it. So I love things with birds. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? And then the copper luster rim on that. Usually these are smaller. This is a nice chunky piece. Love that piece. And then continuing on with the transferware, look at this oriental pattern teapot. So coffee pot large, teapot short and stubby, okay? And it's absolutely beautiful. I do very well with this pattern on eBay. I sell plates, cups and saucers. The platters do really well as well. So people are looking for the lighter blue pieces. I do collect quite a bit of it. I have some down below. I don't know if you guys can see from there, but one of these days I'm going to get out of this table and go around the shop and show you the shop itself so you can see. And also upstairs I have Umurlu collections, and I have beautiful hand-painted Satsuma vases that I deal in those. I do very, very well with those. I have some particular clients who do enjoy them. Then I have this beautiful water pitcher. I do carry a lot of these in stock. I buy them. This one has a little spider crack right there and a little bit of staining. That doesn't bother me at all. As you can see, this blue is a greenish blue, because look at it when you compare it to that blue. Isn't that interesting? So in Transferware, there's a lot of variations on the inks that they used to use for this. On camera, it's looking up green, but here is giving me like a dark teal blue, and I love the floral pattern on it. And it's definitely Victorian. Now these, when you do floral arrangements with these, and I'm going to repeat myself every time I do a video, when you do floral arrangements with these, remove the water after you're done using it. It does destroy the item, no matter how well glazed it is. Believe me from personal experience. I have some florists who buy quite a few from me. I sell quite a few on eBay all the time. They're very, very hot, and they just make beautiful arrangements. I tell you what, I can show you. Look at this beautiful piece that I have on top of this display table. Isn't that stunning? Beautiful, different shape on this piece. And you see the blue on that? It's more like it's a different type of blue. Look at the difference between the two. So there's a lot of variations on these. And look at the beautiful silks on it. I just absolutely love it. And you can also do it with fresh arrangements. Why not? Especially now for the holidays. A lot of my clients do tea parties, and they're like, look at that, look at this picture, look at this cup, look at this plotter. It's conversation pieces, conversation pieces. Now, then, this is very unusual. I have this listed on my eBay store, Transferware China Pottery. And this is a Staffordshire planter. I only have seen one of these. I've never seen another before. It's in green. Transferware is about 1840s, 1830s. There's a chunk missing over there, but it doesn't go through. It's pretty solid. And there's also a repair here, but I just had to grab it. I've been doing this from the very early 90s. You're talking about 1990 that I've been collecting Transferware pieces, and I have never seen a pot like this before. So stunning, especially in the green. I've seen them in the blue, but not in the green. And then that is it for the porcelain. Then I have, before I go on to the jewelry, should I do the jewelry first? Let's do the jewelry first. So I ended up getting some beautiful pieces of jewelry. And as you can see, nice gold gilded pin. It's unmarked, but it's just as stunning. It looks beautiful on your sweater like that. Isn't that such a nice piece of jewelry? Let's see if I can put it on here. Sorry if this is taking a little bit long. Voila, my sweater keeps opening it, keep closing it. It's not going to open anymore. It's not only practical, it just looks so beautiful. Okay, then I ended up getting this beautiful necklace with the cameos on it. It's got the pair of earrings that goes with it. Really good quality stones. I believe those are Austrian crystals on the side. And it's nice old piece, nice old piece. And there's the set, the earrings, they're both here, right here. Then I found, and these are all thrift shops, this beautiful stone. And I believe that this is shell, if I'm not mistaken, polished shell. I believe it is. Or it's some type of quartz. I need to take a look. Search a little bit more into it. And it's got the 3 stand. It's a nice heavy piece, hand woven. It just looks stunning and classy. Even if you're coming out of the office really quick and you're meeting a girlfriend or someone, a friend for a quick bite to eat or chat after work. You just have this in your pocketbook, you throw it on, and there you go. You're dressed to go. Also, there's this beautiful piece. I believe this is 1980s. I don't see a marking on it. I haven't done any research on this. With this beautiful sun, really well made. And a good thing about these beautiful pieces of furniture that are really well made back in the day is that they will retain their patina, which a lot of things today don't. They oxidize very quickly. Now, the last piece of jewelry, last but not least, look at this beautiful multi-strand, hand-woven, hand-knotted amethyst necklace. Now, this is all genuine amethyst and cultured black pearls. Even the clasp is the amethyst stone in itself, and it's absolutely gorgeous. What a beautiful piece of jewelry. Someone had it. I don't know how much I paid for it. It was just a few dollars. Someone had it in a plastic pile of jewelry. And I'm like, what? This is genuine amethyst. You know how much work and time got put into this beautiful strand? It's all hand knotted. Stunning. So, before I finish this video, I would like to show you this piece. I usually have a piece of Transferware as the featured piece. And this time, it's this beautiful art glass daffodil. And it's by an American artist. I believe this is from the 1980s, and it's signed. There's a signature somewhere along here. And it was quite interesting because I found this at an antique mall. The booth was very disorganized, a little messy, disorganized. And I see this sticking up. I said, what is that? Is that acrylic? Is that plastic? Oh, I see the signature right here. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can. I'm going to put right where my nail is, probably. It's with a reflection of the light, not being able to see it. And it's got a nice wooden base. It's stunning. No chips, cracks, or repairs. Look how beautiful that is. That is just stunning. Isn't that a beautiful piece of art? And the artist, Whitfield, 1982. Isn't that beautiful? So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed spending a little time with me. I sure enjoyed doing this today. And look out for new videos. And I hope everybody is safe and well, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much.